we have, I've been kind of stalling, but the truth is that what I've shared is good. It's always good. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I had the opportunity of, just as an intro to Coach Brian Jenkins, I had the opportunity of being at our Rotary Club, Daytona Beach Rotary Club, when you made a presentation and shared with the Rotary members your philosophy on life, your philosophy as it relates to the football game, the football team. And I know many of them, just like myself, were truly moved by the fact that, and I especially was moved by the fact that the whole foundation of your life as you see it really is your love of God, your love of family. And the team is just that as well, a family to you. Would you share with our listeners a little bit about your background, and then let's get into your philosophy, because I just think it's just, it's awesome.
Okay. First of all, let me apologize for being late. I was at the school getting ready to start study hall for our student athletes at summer school. So I had to make sure I had something covered before. But no, I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Attended Dillard High School, legendary, always great at Dillard High School. Great upbringing. My father, after I graduated from Dillard High School, attended University of Cincinnati, graduated from there, and then played professional football for a year or two. Injuries occurred, and then I got into coaching. By the grace of God, I've been able to coach with some pretty powerful, highly respected coaches in the profession. My first job was at Western Kentucky with Coach Jack Harbaugh, who's two sons on NFL head coaches, John Harbaugh. Left there and worked at Eastern Illinois, Coach Bob School. Left Eastern and went to Bowling Green, left Bowling Green, which was a tremendous experience. And I think that's where my breakthrough philosophy-wise came into play. I think that's where God really placed his hands on me and began to show me his power in some things and how he wanted to use me in coaching when I was in Europe. And I returned from Europe and coached at Louisiana Lafayette for several years. Left Lafayette, went to Rutgers, and worked for Greg Shannon, who's probably had the biggest impact on my career when it comes to coaching. And the rest is history now. Great with them coaching.
And I know there are those who have had questions and concerns about whether or not you were going to leave because you had such a great first year, and because the coach that you kind of came up under is in a location, a good location, and there was such a great opportunity there. But I know you've given assurances that you're not going anywhere.
No, my God brought me here, so he'll be the one. Many opportunities have presented themselves, and which they've always had in my coaching career. My mom always taught me, get on your knees and you ask God, this is what you want me to do. And he'll tell you, he'll direct you.
Yes.
And thus far, he hasn't placed it in my heart to pack up and leave. He hasn't given me another assignment. I understand my assignment here at Coaching University, and I'm here to carry it out. So when it's time for me to leave, I'm sure he'll speak to me and say, okay, your job is done there. Now I've got another assignment.
Now, in terms of that assignment, because for you, I'm sure the assignment, given that it's a season that God has given you, it's a calling he's given and placed on your life. When you speak of assignment, you're not just talking about a job. You're really talking about what it is, that purpose that God has given you for being here. What is that purpose?
Well, I strongly believe he awarded me this job as a blessing. And because of the blessing he's given me, in turn, he wanted me to come in and do it again. And grab these young men and get them to understand that football is life and life is football. And if they do it with God and tailgate, then they can have success, and be blessed abundantly. I go to my job every day and I know it's a good man and every way possible. You know, we got several guys on my team who have kids. So allow our student athletes to bring their kids to study hall, to team meetings, to position meetings, and different things like that. And I'm trying to teach our young men that there's no reason in the world that they should not be able to take care of a child. They can't allow anything to block them. So they just got to be willing and ready to adjust. So we do things like that. You know, we also bring in speakers from all over, lawyers, judges, doctors, men who've spent a long period of time in prison, police officers, you know, just every type of profession and person that can have a positive impact on their life. We put in front of them to speak to them the truths about the evils of this world and the things that they're going to be faced with day to day. We have Bible study on Monday night. So, you know, I just feel like my assignment is to build men and get these guys to understand what a man really is. You know, understand, respect women, understand how to respect themselves, get them to understand who they are and why they've been chosen to be the person that they are. And there is more to this life than just fun and games. It's a purpose in life, and that's why we've been placed here. So I just think that's my assignment. And I tell you what, it's a good thing to have a superior like Lane Thompson who believes in the same thing. So he helps me a lot of times, but he also steps back and allows me to go. So it's just a tremendous feeling. Your job is your assignment. Your assignment is your job.
Oh, absolutely. I'm in such agreement with you in terms of what it is that you're sharing. And given that, you know, Father's Day is coming up next weekend, and I know that you have a special bond and relationship with your father, as you do with your mother. But in terms of father, in terms of what you just shared about being men, you know, taking care of your children and that responsibility, and I know that you have at least one child, your son. I see your son on the football field a lot, so that one at least I know about. So in terms of fatherhood beyond the young men bring their kids with them, you know, and the like, fatherhood, what does that relationship mean to you?
Oh man, to me it's the strongest bond next to a child. You know, it's the strongest connection that's next to his child. I think it's three connections that individuals should have in life. They should have a strong connection with God that would resemble a strong connection with his father, that would exemplify a strong connection with his father. So, fatherhood, just being able to teach your kids how to be strong colors, you know, being able to teach your kids, you know, how to be willing to go out and learn, and how to conquer and not fold. Be able to teach your kids love, show them love, show them how to prosper, but yet keep a good sound mind and a good head about themselves. To show your kids how to pray, how to honor God, but yet still keep your identity as a man, you know, but yet to be humble, you know, just all those things, and to be there when they're sad, to be there when they're happy, but also to chastise them, but yet raise them and teach them, comfort them, correct them. All that to me goes into father. You know, see, for me, every day is Father's Day. For me, so that day is not a special. You know, it is a special day, but for me, every day is Father's Day. So, because I try to do, I try to be the best father that I can every day, and in return, ask my kids to be the best kids that they can every day. So every day for me is Father's Day.
Oh, that's so great to hear you say that, because those same attributes that you shared that a father would have and that fathers do is the same thing that the Word says that our Father in heaven would do for us as well.
Absolutely, and that's what I tell our players, you know, you can read whatever book you want, but the book of life and survival and success is the great book to life. And God, what He didn't put in words, He did by example.
Yes.
And if we would just acknowledge those things, we can get all the answers we need. We want to know how to be a father. I just try to bring to light some of those things by example. And I fall short sometimes, you know, but I try to bring those things to our players by example, you know, and showing and teaching. And, you know, so thus far, along with the great men that God has placed in my life on his coaching staff, you know, it's been really good.
Yes, and I know a few of those, and you're right, they are great men. Let me ask you, as a person who, I go to football games, and the times that I've really gotten into it were times, of course, when my own son was playing, but in terms of what's coming up, the lineup you guys have for the teams you will be playing, the players that you've been able to recruit, does it look like another great season?
Well, definitely. I'm encouraged, you know, on what's to come. You know, and I'm sure you see the smile on my face. But I'm excited about this football team, you know. So, and we got a tough schedule ahead of us. We had one last year. So, I'm just excited about our young men, how they prepare themselves for this upcoming season. They can continue to, you know, prepare themselves. So I'm just really excited and encouraged.
And he still has a big smile. You must have some things planned that's coming up that's really gonna just like rock us. I mean,
well, the thing when you get a chance to witness and be around our players, like you know, I'm able to do. You can count as 4 seasons. You know. So I'm saying, let me say this. I want to make sure I say this out before I hate to jump, but I want to make sure I get this out because I think it speaks wonders about the direction that you know Lynn Thompson is taking our program. It speaks volumes about our academic center and the job that our academic counselors do. We just got awarded an award, and the award is for the biggest turnaround in the APR and NCAA history thus far. And APR has a lot to do with graduation rates and kids who, young men who are elder during the time, you know, they're in college. So we've had the biggest turnaround in 2 years. Now, when you look at that and you combine it with 18-5 when it comes to wins and losses in 2 years, that lets you know and that shows you God has a hand on the program.
Oh yes.
And we're seeing the results of honoring him and keeping him alive in our program because our players are getting done in the classroom, they're getting done at home, and they're getting done in football. You know, and I think if people really step back and take a look at it, they'll be amazed at what our young men are doing. And I think our young men need to be commended for the job that they're doing, along with the people who are assisting them to get to the point where they're at. So I want to make sure I make it.
Oh, absolutely. I know that my son who works with Miami University, Miami, Ohio, one of the key things that he looks at, in fact, when he was trying to decide what university he was going to go to, and he ended up going to Vanderbilt, he was looking at graduation rates. Because it's important as all the other stuff was, you know, even though he got a full ride, the bottom line was to him, you know, am I going to be able to get a job once I finish there? And so far it served him well, but that is a key as far as he sees it in terms of even the students that he deals with now at Miami University. It's important for him that they have a great graduation rate because to him, if you know, if it's low, that means that all they're after is the body. Yeah. They're not interested in the mind, just the body. You know, and so it's really good that Bethune-Cookman then can say not only by example, but statistically proven with someone else saying it that you are developing your young men, mind, body, and soul. Absolutely, and that says a lot. That says an awful lot. Now, I know that one of the things that the athletic director, Lynn Thompson, has been doing is really kind of stretching you guys to the point where you're actually preparing to play some teams that you've never played before and almost go places where you've never gone before. What is that, Star Trek? Stretch, really going to the outer limits there. Well, share with our listening audience some of the teams that you're playing that you've not